Let's talk about one of mankind's greatest inventions, comedy. Because if you don't know, comedy has been one of those instinctual things we've carried throughout time. Emotion, pain, laughter. And when it comes through someone like, say, Shakespeare, who finds the comedy in the tragedy, right? Finding a way to uplift those lowest moments. We get a revelation. We get a new way of envisioning life and its choices and its actions and its consequences. And when things really hit the fan, when life hits you with a curveball and there's just no sense to be made from what's happens or reasoning as to why things are the way they are, yet they are what they are. That, in my humblest opinion, is where true comedy shines through. We've seen South Park and their satire mention the presidency and its actions. We've seen a absurd overcorrection from Disney to try to make every single male an idiot, hence by making them comedic in their minds. But when we get to it, comedy in its natural form is subjective, because it asks the audience, it gives them the choice, and it asks, do we allow ourselves this moment of reprise, of silliness, a moment to reflect on our moments or thoughts, albeit through a cynical and alleviating lens? And that's a very personal question. That's a very personal answer. Depending on where your life may be or where your mindset currently sits, you could come up with a number of different responses. And that's where this movie, in all its creativity, in all its shyness, in all its pureness, stands the test of time. Is This Thing On is a film directed by one Bradley Cooper, you know, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy who's a trash panda, and the guy from The Hangover who woke up 3 times disappointed. Well, it's not his first time directing, and it certainly doesn't feel like it will be his last. Because here, in what I originally felt through trailers and word of mouth, is that we were getting a comedic telling, almost a origin story of a biography of a comedy guy, because as this film likes to relate, that this is based on true events. How true? We'll have to let that imagination belong to you. But regardless, inspiration nonetheless. And while I really thought I was gonna be along for the ride for when it came to the comedic things, the nightlife of stand-up comedy, the way how people kind of build up to this almost hierarchy of funniness, of respect within the culture of comedians, the nightlife of New York City in the late 50s or 70s or 80s or what have you, we actually get something a lot purer. And yes, it's a bit more fantastical when it comes to the sense of actually going up on stage and talking about what happens. But in the way that they managed to bring it together in a modern New York City, something that really had me confused in terms of not that they couldn't, well, not that why they would choose that time point, but almost in a way that I didn't expect them to be so sure of their, so confident in their storytelling that they would address the current year of relationships and marriage and potential divorces. That's right. What is the funny what is the biggest joke of 2025? Marriage. Anyways, Will Arnett, based on a true story, is in the process of getting a divorce. And like many men out there in the universe who are just, your average Joe's a really chill dude, doesn't really see this like as fair, but at the same time isn't really about to like fight for something that doesn't want them, right? Doesn't deserve them. And it is a current landscape, it is a current climate. It is very interesting to have seen it with my own eyes and to know where the universe stands at this moment. So to come in here to present this kind of relationship film and to have this young gentleman really just go through the emotions of finding himself through the comedy of the tragedy is, quite frankly, something beautiful. Something that doesn't just come from someone's ass or from an AI prompted script. You feel, you know, this universe, God bless it, for better or worse, is definitely skewed to appreciate what is beautiful in life. And in no reality, in no common sense reality, does any male believe that we will outbeautify the female. And that is what it is. And honestly, just take everything at its own step by step. But know that within every man, there is potential to be what is necessary. That is, in a secret sense, that is the ultimate superpower of man. A man will find a solution because that is how prideful we are. That in the depths of tragedy, in the negativity of the universe, we will still find a way to alleviate the situation. So when this man is going through heartache, when this man is going through something he can't share with his own family, the same family that is ready to walk away from him, he turns to comedy. And in that pale nakedness of the limelight, spilling his guts out to a room full of strangers, he finds so much more. He finds a truth that not everyone is ready to accept. But seeing him accept those moments and really just handle things with grace, situations, you see how he grows into a new person, a new mindset, a new reality, and a new way of living. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. And I do believe that a lot of mates could, females obviously as well, but could benefit from the ideas that come in this. And what you could say is agendas, Bradley Cooper, maybe he's been through enough things in the Hollywood business that he had something to say about certain moments. But it's real. It's real. It is very real, and it's something that does not get talked about enough, is the fact that mental health, it starts with one. And while it is completely fair and allowed to use certain tools at your discretion to help you out or to help you process or to help, period, it will always come from within, and it will always be the action of actually wanting to grow, to improve, to change, that will be the catalyst for good or better or new or what have you. The world is a stage, and all the women and men, I forgot the line, merely actors, simply actors. But Shakespeare, right? Coming off of watching Hamlet as well, Hamlet is such a powerful film about transformation, alchemy of emotion, and seeing Will Arnett use those same alchemic principles to transform grief into joy, happiness, and sharing that joy with people, and what that does for his universe, his mindset, and his family is the greatest miracle. Truly the greatest punchline. Because I walked into this movie really thinking we were gonna get Gabriel Iglesias, we were gonna get, I don't know, Jeffrey, what was the guy? Jim? What, it doesn't matter. All these comedians, right? Burt Russell, doesn't matter. Everybody, Jeff Foxworthy, fuck if I know. Larry the Cable Guy. I grew up with Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Yes, sir, I did. I thought we were gonna get a comedy show. And in reality, this film is a love letter to relationships, to lost emotions, to true connections, and to a love for better or for worse. And so, I highly recommend Is This Thing On. Gets full stars from me, and I seriously cannot recommend it enough, especially if you got any people who are, you know, going through issues or emotional problems or relationship issues. That, yeah, when we talk about how stories are what creates civilizations and how certain legends are what keep culture alive, this is the shit I'm talking about. It's that good. And so, I hope, for the love of God, and for Mr. One Bradley Cooper himself out there, I see you, fam. Godspeed. And please, go watch Is This Thing On? But hey, if you like that, if you like this, please let us know. Hang out, and with any luck, forward. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Go give your family a hug. Go tell everybody that you love them, and wish them a awesome rest. So, with all that being said, it is party time. I'll catch you guys on the next one, next year. Ja. Matane. Woo!